Right, where was I? I have been doing. I go to summarize and cue the Princess Bride fucking Inigo's quote, just like, let me explain. No, there is too much. Let me summarize. Okay. Things are intense. Yes, fusing is a fucking time. And a lot of things are really new and really different to very many parts of me, good and bad, and the good can be unfamiliar, so that can present as bad and have to be reminded that it's good or learn that it's good. It's a whole time, but then also being able to feel things more completely and relaxedly and like actually have a concept of having fun for split seconds and feeling safe that some parts of me have yet never really experienced. So the more sort of mushed up into one person we get, the better, and the harder work, and the better. The latest development in this series is I am having a hell of a lot of insecurities lately, since especially fusing it into Violet and all that that entails. Every bit of the way that is working and the shape it seems to make me and everything that all parts present hold that we're working out through vlogging, but I haven't been sharing them because I'm vlogging and then watching them back. And then upon watching them back, I am listening to myself talk about the insecurities we're facing and going, oh fuck, that actually sounds way more rough than I realised. And then I've got several parts of me that have several different responses to watching that back. The first one is that the host parts of me will flip into denial. And so then I kind of have been just like watching the video, trying to stay grounded and present through it, trying to watch it without any. I took notes actually. There's a specific way I've got to watch back our vlogs for them to be helpful. I've been watching them back over the last couple of days, just one actually, and it's like I go through it the one time just to feel an emotional response and to understand what I was saying and be like, oh, okay, wow, we're actually having a rougher time of it than I realised. And then a lot of stuff will come up for me upon realising that, the denial being the first thing. And it's like it comes in levels. And we work together with the part that holds whichever level we're at. So, like, the first thing that comes up, almost like on the outer edge feeling, like the first line of defense is the denial. So we sit and calm and ground and then go through like what generated feelings of denial in it, which parts of me will be experiencing that, because it's kind of like all of me, but I feel like I'm needing to do a balancing act of working out which part is holding what and what response is coming from which part, but without so separately like dividing me into parts, and being aware that we're all one whole and this part is experiencing this and I am all experiencing that with them. So the first layer is the defense of denial, which I think is coming from host parts, which you're all experiencing as one person, give or take, because it connects and reconnects and disconnects as we go, depending on if there's something that one part or another can't integrate from one part or another. It's fun. It's a time. I'm getting stuff down that kind of helps, which is why this, so that I can understand it better. So once we've like watched it back and calmed down from the emotional response of understanding the amount of things we're actually going through, especially because like one of the many layers that most of us didn't have access to was this kind of embodied real emotion. So like I go in and out. I get like, yeah, we join and unjoin as people, and I get closer to the front and further back depending on the intensity. It's a bit like getting used to cold water in a pool, I feel like. And Oh. Then once we've kind of digested the emotional response, which took, I'd say that was like I watched it once and it took the whole day. Like I'd watch a few minutes of it and pause it and check in. Another thing that I'm thinking of doing a separate video, but like training myself, we've been finding ways to train ourselves to check in and what things to check in with, like where to look to keep us like following the right sort of a process, I guess, for us. I'm experiencing a lot of emotion about sitting here and vlogging, and it's making me do the like leave and come back to other parts of me thing, which is kind of cool because we get like a real life demonstration of it that I can watch. I'm not quite taking the time I need to center myself because I'm feeling like really like I can't pause, like there's an urgency which my brain is rationalizing as people will watch this, I will watch this back. I don't want to lose anyone's focus, like including and mostly at this point my own. But if I look a little deeper, I'm like, I don't really care about that. I can fast forward. If people need the information because it's helpful to them or because they care to know, they will watch and not care about gaps. And if they care about gaps, it's mainly be not as relevant to them. And that's like, both are valid. So, I'm speaking a bit quicker. So, quite likely I have a trauma brain online. And I hold a lot more trauma when I'm more fused, so. And cameras. I always forget cameras. And then periodically remember. Okay.